So I've been playing my Hunter a lot recently, and no less in the Crucible. And I've been having a blast with Ace of Spades for some reason, because I don't know what happened with Beyond Light and its changes to handguns, but this gun absolutely shreds any competition in PvP. So welcome back, Guardians, as we today take a look at the Kool Ace Hunter build.
Check this out.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
So let's go over some prerequisites you need to do before this guide will actually help you. To start off with, you're gonna need Mask of Baccharis, and you're gonna need Ace of Spades, and you're at least gonna need Whisper of Hedron, since this fragment gives you additional weapon damage after freezing a target with stasis. And the reason why I want this will be explained later down in this guide, but that's the 3 core things you need: Ace, Mask of Baccharis, and Whisper of Hedrons. So let's go into why this build works. Well, Whisper of Hedrons gives you more weapon damage, and this combined with Ace of Spades makes it so you can 2-tap any guardians to the head with Memento Mori. So simply put, as long as you get those stasis freeze kills, you're gonna get the damage bonus from Whisper of Hedrons, while also getting the damage bonus from Memento Mori, and these two combined will make it so you can 2-tap any guardian no matter their resilience level. As for the reason why I use Mask of Baccharis, well, it's because of the fact that it gives you an amazing dodge. I mean, sure, Light Shift doesn't work in PvP, and you could also just use Wormhusk Crown or Dragon's Shadow, but I really like Mask of Baccharis. I feel like the blink ability gets you out of a lot of sticky situations, and that's why I'm using this exotic for this build. As for stats, that is my gear stats, I try and focus on having a high amount of mobility. This is so I can dash more often, giving myself a free reload, as well as giving myself a couple of seconds to catch my breath. Secondly, I try and focus as much as I can on discipline. This is so I can get my grenade back a lot faster, meaning I can maximize the efficiency of my Whisper of Hedron fragment. As for what grenade I actually use in the build, well, I go for Cold Snap. The reason why I go with Cold Snap grenades is because I know that when I throw it, it's gonna freeze something, and that gives me a small time frame to finish off a target and be able to control when I get my damage boost activated. You could also go something like, I don't know, Glacier grenades and do the Hunter Shatter Dive like most people do in PvP, but I feel like this build hits the sweet spot of being a little challenging while also being very rewarding when you manage to pull it off. And with all of this being said, what about the mods? What should you use to maximize the efficiency of this build? Well, let's start with the helmet piece. Here you're going to want to focus on whatever stat you need. That is, if you need more discipline, then go with discipline. If you need more mobility, then go with mobility. Outside of that, hand cannon targeting is the best way to go, since it increases your target acquisition with hand cannons, meaning you'll have an easier time hitting headshots with Ace of Spades, which, if you think about it, is all we really want to do, since that means we're going to maximize the efficiency of Memento Mori, meaning we're going to get more kills, and well, you get my point. As for the gloves, I'm going to say this once and you better stick to it. Use fastball, please. If you don't use fastball, your character is gonna throw your grenade like it's a wet noodle, and it's not really gonna be of any use at all to you. So fastball is the way to go with this. Secondly, you want any kind of loader to maximize the reload if you don't get Memento Mori, but if you feel like you get it a lot, then I would recommend that you use your special loader. That is, focus on something that gives you faster load speed with either a sniper rifle, a shotty, a fusion rifle, well, anything that's in your special slot. As for the chest piece, you're gonna want to go with something like unflinching hand cannon aim, since it makes it so you can trade a lot easier. Outside of that, there's really not much to do on this slot, so well, if you don't want to use unflinching hand cannon loaders, well, you can use reserves to increase the capacity of your special weapons, or you can use reserves to increase the capacity of your hand cannon. As for the boots, this is where you want Scavenger. If you feel like you want Scavenger for hand cannon, then go with that. I personally feel that you're gonna have plenty of primary ammo, so I would rather go with a special weapon Scavenger. In this case, I would go with shotgun or sniper rifle. Finally, to make this build a little more consistent, you want a cloak that is solar. The reason being that you want to use 2 stacks of Bomber. Bomber makes it so when you use your class ability, your grenades will get a reduced cooldown, meaning that if you have a lot of mobility and if you have a lot of discipline, then this is going to help you maximizing that grenade cooldown even more, since you're going to dash a lot, meaning you're going to use your class ability a lot, which in return gives you back some grenade energy, which in the end is really damn nice. And that's pretty much everything there is to say about this build. I can't overstate enough how good and fun this build really is. It's actually one of those things I want to come back to play more Destiny for. Actually, it's my main build for my hunter right now and I'm having a blast with it. So let me ask you guys a question before we end it here, and that is, what do you think about this build? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, then liking the video and subscribing to the channel is a great way to support the channel itself. It's also a great way to stay up to date on all the latest uploads. And with that being said, I want to wish you the very best of your day and I hope you have a great start of the new year. This is TCSpectre, signing off.